field. Might run back on and field that now. This will be 3 to Pollock.
Well, I guess England will be pleased to have picked up 6 wickets, though I reckon they will have hoped to get them for rather fewer runs. 155 for 6 is nothing more than even Steven in conditions that really did suit the bowlers. Good debut there for Peter Stradham. He played naturally for his 30. Cullinan, good as ever. He's had a pretty good tour against England. Klusner, unbeaten on 22, is a threat. And Sean Pollock, too, unbeaten on 9. 2 wickets for Darren Gough and 2 for Andrew Caddick, the best 2 of the English bowlers, but really only Caddick looking anything like his true self, with figures of 12 overs, 5 maidens, 2 for 29. After play, I had a chat with England's coach Duncan Fletcher about that bowling performance.
Well, obviously I'd be quite happy with 6 wickets at the end of today's players, if you asked me this morning, but I still think we bowl a little bit short on a wicket like this, you know, coming.
More good cricket from everybody now. I wonder if the umpire, I think he's got to ask the question. I tell you what, I reckon that's going to be seriously close. So I don't think Pollock ever thought there was a chance of a run there. I'm not sure he was at top pace. This is such a fabulous bit of fielding from Hussain. This is tight. I think he's gone. I think he's gone. It's brilliant. Brilliant work from Nasser Hussain. Right at the moment, we've been saying he's had a fantastic tour. He's illustrated it with bells on.
Exquisite bit of fielding. Can't blame Pollock. There always looked like being a run there. It was wide of Hussain, who was at wide-ish mid-on, but he had to make ground to his right and then turn, swing and hit one stump. Pollock run out for 30 quite brilliantly by the England captain, and South Africa 196 now for 7.
Oh, he's picked a gap there, and Caddick has to give chase. Money on the ball as it runs away to the boundary. Nicely timed. Oh, and he's going to benefit by 4 here, very, very fortunately. He's got it away. Down to deep backward square leg for 4 runs. Just helped it away. Fraction off line and short enough, 4 runs.
And that is plenty. He didn't bother to keep that one down either. Straight past Darren Gough's left hand, and he needn't have bothered to run that single.
Down the ground it goes, and he hit it like a rocket, and it's gone for 4. Straight back past the bowler. Tremendous shot by Boucher, and he's really decided that he's going to put the sword to the English bowling. And this has crashed into the covers. It might even go to the boundary, even though cover got a hand on it. It does indeed. He hit that ferociously.
Michael Vaughan coming on with his off-spinners.
And stroked immediately through the covers quite effortlessly by Lance Klusner, and he knows from the moment he'd hit it that it was good enough to get there, because he just started trotting down the other side, and there was a minimum of effort in the shot. Quite beautifully placed. Bowled him. Well, I think he might look back at that and think that I should have been forward. Again, he turned a bit square, much like the previous ball, and this one got through his defences, and a nice little innings of 22 ends.
Watch the footwork here. Much quicker delivery and drifting back into him. Good bowling by Alan Mullally.
Boucher gone for 22, 4 fours in that innings, just 48 balls faced. Now at the crease, 243 for 8. Gives that one lots of air, and it's driven down the ground for 4 by Adams. That will please him no end.
Excellent way to get off the mark by Paul Adams, and a very gentle off-spinner arriving, giving him that chance.
Well, clearly the rumours of a declaration were not just rumours, because HANSIE CRONJE has pulled out at 248 for 8. Further news is that there's been a forfeit of innings from England and a forfeit of innings from South Africa. So there is a target, 249, to win the Test match. A reminder of the batting card. Pollock played really well for that 30. Great bit of work by NASSER, Hussain. Mark Boucher 22. The England bowlers still just 2 for Caddick and Goff. 2 there for Alan Mullally. He bowled much better this morning. Silverwood a wicket, none there for Michael Vaughan. It's all set up then, 249 to win. We'll take a break. Join us in a minute to see how England coped. Welcome back to Centurion Park. A reminder of what has happened here. There's been a declaration by HANSIE CRONJE, 2 forfeits, one by Hussain, one by CRONJE, and now England have a target to win the Test match. 249 from a minimum of 76 overs. We'll pick it up with Michael Atherton and Mark Butcher at the wicket.
Innings forfeit. This is the first time ever that teams have forfeited an innings in a Test match. Had a run away, probably for 4. It's got through the slip cordon. First boundary of the innings.
Outside half of the bat, but well played by Butcher. Doesn't force the bat out to the ball. Plays it nice and late, angled bat. Down into the ground straight away. No chance of a catch.
Feeling for it. A lot of movement for Pollock.
Through the air and then continuing off the pitch.
Outside edge and 4. Frustrating for Hayward.
Nice pace from Hayward, and that really sped off the outside edge of Butcher. Fortunately for him, not much bounce, so it went along the ground all the time.
It's a good shot off the back foot. Mid-off dives, but in vain. Well executed stroke.
Just notice how quickly this ball runs away over the last 20 meters or so of the outfield. Nicely timed. Jacques Callis with the dive. Couldn't get across in time.
This is played off the toes into the vacant mid-wicket area. There's only 2 men on the onside, and that's one down at fine leg and then Gary Kirsten under the helmet at forward short leg. So a long chase for him and 2 more for Butcher. Not a bad bouncer at all from Hayward. Atherton is gone, caught by a diving Boucher, and South Africa have struck after the luncheon interval through Sean Pollock, and the ever dangerous Michael Atherton is out, caught behind for 7, and it's 28 for 1.
Super bowling and an equally good catch. The thing I liked about that catch was that Mark Boucher went for it with 2 hands. He didn't take the gamble, put both hands to it, and delightful Sean Pollock. So England lose their first wicket, and the most valuable one of Michael Atherton for 7. They're 28 for 1.
Peel for LBW. I think the height will have saved him. He was turned pretty square by Sean Pollock.
Rudy Koetsen unmoved as this ball did climb a fraction, hit him above the knee roll, and I think probably the right decision.
Oh, and that was bat pad, no doubt about it, but it was just to Gary Kirsten's right. Don't think he got a hand to it. But a streaky little shot. Hussain off the mark, 31 for 1.
showing a thick bat pad onto the knee roll, and that's what made it carry in the air to an extent. But Gary Kirsten, standing fairly deep at short leg, was never really in the picture.
Well, they go up for the catch behind, but I think he might have hit the ground there. It was a very fast delivery, that it seemed, and it was full. In fact, the inside of his bat caught the pad, and that's what made the noise.
Quite a soft sound as it came through.
Good shot, 4. It's as good a shot as Butcher's played the whole tour.
Great use of the front leg, not just because it got forward to the ball, but it got across as well. So he was in a nicely balanced position with his weight over the ball. It's quite wide.
Pulled away, and he'll get 4 for it. And the end of the over. 44 for 1. Good shot, this pull shot. Everything right.
Great depth of the crease that he uses when he goes back there. So he gives himself a split second longer to play the stroke.
It's nicely placed by Butcher. And pretty well timed. Well enough for 4, I think, by the time the umpires have got on the telephone, and Adams has hurt himself badly. He's calling already to the dressing room. He's crashed into the advertising hoarding there, and he knows he's in trouble.
I think he's dislocated something. I think it's nasty. This was a brilliant effort to stop the ball. I mean, nothing in it, and he's dislocated a finger, has he, Jack, as you're turning away from the screen?
I don't like looking at that. But yes, it is. It's certainly one finger. So now we do know that he won't be bowling. As Klusner continues. Runs here for Hussain. Hayward in pursuit. And he saves the 3rd one. The first runs for 2 overs.
That's a beautiful stroke for 4 runs. Got the treatment. It was too wide, but Butcher didn't miss out.
Cullis has bowled a consecutive number of deliveries which have swung in at the left-hander, and then giving him the wide one going away from the left-hander, nice and full, hoping that he edges it towards the slips. But Butcher is up to it and gets his foot nicely across.
Oh, that's well bowled, the slow ball, and he's out! Beautifully bowled, Butcher goes. And England lose their 2nd wicket on 67. Some clever stuff from Lance Klusner.
You see the pace completely taken off that delivery, 109 kilometers an hour. And does it pitch on line of the stumps? I think it does, and just straightens beautifully. That's hitting the middle stump.
So Butcher out. As umpire Hare sends him on his way. Deceived by the pace of the ball, although he didn't have to play the shot. And Butcher out for 36. He faced 84 balls, England 67 for 2. Oh, he's going to get 4 probably leg byes here, first ball. Yes, indeed.
Klusner going for the quick Yorker, first up to Alex Stewart. A good option to any new batsman, but just strays in his line going down the leg side.
He did the same to Nasser Hussain. And that is a good shot, well stopped. There's hesitation, they'll get the run in the end. CRONJE leading from the front at cover.
Cullis striving for as much swing as possible, pitching it up to the batsman, but a beautiful cover drive. Great effort because it bounced just in front of him, and he still managed to get a hand on it.
That was a Another good delivery, fired in, looking for the Yorker, but beautifully played by Hussain away through mid-wicket, and he's going to get 4 runs for it.
Full delivery, searching for the base of the stumps, and perfectly timed by Hussain. Good balance. Stays upright as the ball is angling in towards leg stump, or certainly upright enough.
Wedged and might get 4 runs down to third man. Klusener's done well, mind you, to save it. They've got 2. Fine delivery from Pollock. Ouch, he says. Yes, indeed, because that came off quite a good length.
Watch the right hand. Very quickly off the handle.
Oh, that's 4 runs. Just when it looked as though Pollock might produce a maiden, it's crashed away in front of square on the offside by Hussain for 4. 86 for 2.
Beautiful stroke from Hussain. This ball just doesn't bounce at all, other than onto the middle of the bat.
And this is pulled away through mid-wicket, and that's 4 more. This time it's Stewart.
Well, we were talking just now, weren't we, of the ability of Alex Stewart with this sort of stroke. Beautifully executed. Using the crease in terms of the depth of it, getting right back onto the back foot.
In the air, brilliantly caught by Herschel Gibbs. That is the breakthrough that South Africa wanted. Nasser Hussain, the England captain, has been superbly caught by a diving Herschel Gibbs at backward point, and England are now 3 down.
Superb catch. Jonty Rhodes would be delighted with this, and if he's watching, I'm sure he is. Good catching from Gibbs. And where's the ball going to go? In the pocket. Clever boy.
That's the place for it every time. Nasser Hussain, brilliantly caught by Gibbs for 25 of Pollock. England 90 for 3. Appeal for LBW. There seem to be 2 noises, though. Was it pad then pad, or bat pad? Big appeal from the South Africans.
I think the bat's hit the pad rather than the bat hitting the ball, but I still think the right decision's been given. The ball angled down, missing leg stump. And there you can see the bat's nowhere near the ball.
91 for 3 at tee. That is nicely poised. Atherton, Butcher and Hussain, the men that have gone, but the key man for me in this England run chase is Alex Stewart. He's unbeaten with 7. 2 wickets for Sean Pollock. He's bowled quite beautifully. 1 for Lance Klusener. It is interesting how Pollock accepts the mantle of responsibility when Alan Donald isn't there. We're going to pick up play now after tea, and Chris Adams is at the wicket with Alex Stewart.
Cut away 4.
And also for the batsman. You know that Alex Stewart is always going to look for any attacking shot off the back foot, and this he certainly did. Far back and beautifully timed.
Pulled away. That's 4 more to Stewart. 2 short from Sean Pollock and punished. Caught Boucher. Hayward gets another test wicket. And Adams, his poor run in test cricket continues.
And perhaps he leaves the test arena for the last time. He's really shown technical weaknesses, has Adams. This was a brilliant catch. Nice delivery, good bounce. Look at the agility of Mark Boucher. Brilliant catch, again going with 2 hands and just rolling over, making it look easy, and it certainly wasn't. So Adams goes for 1. He didn't really impress again. 102 for 4.
Got 33 overs after this. Oh, you're going to get runs here. Klusner won't get there. 4 runs. $115 for 4, 43 overs bowled. Oh, that's fast and very nearly curtains for Michael Vaughan.
It's a beaut, isn't it? Beaut of an in-swinger.
Oh, well, that is the end of the most superb over from Ananta Hayward. Well played, Michael Vaughan. You're still there. 115 for 4 after 44. Oh, that's nicely timed, using the pace of the ball, and it'll run over this very good outfield to the boundary for 4.
Excellent batting. All credit to Vaughan for hanging on in there through 8 or 9 balls of hell and having the presence of mind to still be able to time the ball, stand nice and still, and take toll of the first indifferent ball that's been bowled at him for ages, and even that isn't a rank bad ball.
Good shot by Vaughan. Gibbs will give chase, and it's rapid on that outfield, and it runs away. Super shot. That's a good shot from Stewart. Klusner. Oh, it's going to go away for 4.
It's a beautiful stroke. Really is. It's done with the minimum effort. Lovely, easy timing.
This is 4 more. This was a bit short and wide, and it was really lashed away by Michael Vaughan. It's a beautiful drive. Lovely, lovely shot through the covers. 4 of the most handsome runs we've seen all day.
Just showing how Vaughan is growing in confidence. That's the first time he's played the drive with the left foot really going out well down the wicket to get to the pitch of the delivery.
And 4 there. Beautifully played. Simple. It's right in Alex Stewart's area, and he helped himself.
Certainly was. This ball, as we've said, is really doing nothing particularly venomous. So Alex Stewart gaining now in confidence and in form.
That's a cracking shot from Michael Vaughan, backward of square. He's played some of his best shots of the series in this innings, and that's one of them. Takes England to 171 for 4 at the end of the 56th over. Oh, very nearly a wicket with the second. But it's not. Pollock chases. No, they won't come back for the second. It's good fielding from Pollock. A little bit of extra bounce there.
Brilliant fielding too. Yes, it was. Turn and bounce. Look at that. Nearly nicking it to Daryl Cullinan. Just going a bit wide of him, and frustration.
He's gone for a big one, and it is a big one. It's 6 runs. Well, he had a sighter at the first one, which he drove. The second one brings him to his half-century.
Just what England needed, and Alex Stewart in form and scoring prolifically. Superbly timed shot, getting the maximum.
That equation, you'd have to back England in a one-day international. 58 of 68 balls with 6 wickets in hand. And 4 more runs is going to help aplenty. It's backward of square.
Not all that short, that delivery from Cronje. Just short enough, though. And Stewart very quickly onto it. Got back nicely. Look at his right foot. It's only about 6 inches in front of the stumps, so he's used the depth of the crease.
Down the wicket and hits inside out, and that's 4 runs. Brings up the 100 partnership. 205 for 4. And his 50, his first test match 50. All happens of one ball, one delightful shot.
Beautiful stroke, inside it, makes room and hits it over the top of extra cover. Should there have been a man there? I think it went in the gap as well. But for safety's sake, let's get it aerial.
It's short and wide, and it's literally almost baseball style. It is smashed through the covers.
Just no bounce, was there? The ball now a little bit older. Stewart hitting that well in front of square. In fact, just wide mid off the back foot with a slightly angled bat.
Caught behind. A pretty wild shot there from Alex Stewart. And it ends a very good innings indeed. He's taken England to the brink of victory.
Going for a shot that he plays very well. This time he gets a little thin top edge, goes through to Boucher. And one wonders, is there still some drama to come? Stewart caught Boucher, bowled Hayward, 73. England 228 for 5. Now this will be close. I'm sure umpire Hussain will ask. Wonderful fielding from Gibbs.
Dismay for the crowd. He had a fair number of stumps to aim at, throwing from the point region. And he's safe.
It's round about there. In fact, they've got 2. Or have they? Have they got 2?
Yes, Gibbs was in line. He's in the same line as the umpire, and he gets quite excited. Kirsten made good ground to cover a lot of ground, but the throw wasn't a long one. Well done, Kirsten. Lovely throw.
Maddie, run out for 3. Kirsten the thrower. 236 for 6. 249 the target. Caught by Boucher. Did it carry? He's given him out. Well, what drama.
Perfect line and length, just outside that off stump, in that corridor of uncertainty. Caddick pushing out at that one. Nice low catch for Boucher. 4th catch of the innings for him.
What a fantastic day of cricket everybody is having, whether you're sitting at home or sitting in the stands. Caddick goes for naught. England still favourites. Bowled him! He's bowled him out. Michael Vaughan goes, put under pressure by some dot balls. Now, can South Africa snatch this game, or will England make their way through to victory?
Trying to give himself some room, looking for a much needed boundary at this stage of the innings, and Hayward a little bit too quick for that type of shot. Well, he's played very well for his 69, only 108 balls, but he's left perhaps maybe a little bit too much for Silverwood and Mullally to do. 240 for 8.
And how England could do with a 4 right now. One of the slips has come out. Crashed through to the man on the boundary who didn't see it, ran in the wrong direction. That just might be a winning hit. It isn't, of course, because 2 more runs are required. But Peter Stradham on the boundary went the wrong way. Hayward, 2 to win England. Pulled away by Goff for 4. And England win the 5th test match of this 5-test series. Set up by declaration earlier in the day, and then 2 innings forfeited, but what wonderful entertainment there's been from the 11 cricketers involved, for those that have patiently waited out 2 days of rain. Hansie CRONJE obviously disappointed in losing. You can see that in his face. But goodness me, what great entertainment we've had. And victory for England in this, the 5th and final test.
By a whisker, and on a joyous day for English cricket. It was a joyous cricketer, Darren Gough, who hit the winning runs. A fine innings from Alex Stewart, and an innings confirming his immense promise by Michael Vaughan. He really did play extremely well. It was a thriller of a game, and in the end, probably on balance, England deserved to sneak home. It was a generous declaration by Hansie CRONJE earlier in the piece. The South African bowlers, 3 for Sean Pollock, who was outstanding all the way through, 3 for Nandi Hayward, who confirms that he is a South African fast bowler of the future, 1 for Lance Klusener, no wicket there for Kallis Cronje or for the new cap Stridham. Now, I mentioned that Michael Vaughan had a big day. He was voted as man of the match, and afterwards I had a word with him. As the run chase got tighter towards the end, you started to make room and hit the ball beautifully through the offside, which you haven't always done in this series. Did you suddenly feel free or confident? How did that work?
I'm not too sure. I mean, back home in county cricket, I hit through the offside quite regularly. In this series, you know, I've hit quite a lot on the leg side. So, you know, I was just trying to show that I can hit on the offside. But, you know, today I did feel in a good rhythm once I got to about 10.
Must be nice for the team, a bit of a boost. It's not been an easy series.
It's been very hard. I mean, full credit to the South Africans. They've played exceptionally well. We can't celebrate too much because, you know, obviously we've lost the series, but we will enjoy the Test match win tonight.
Thanks for joining us, and well played.
Thank you.
Michael Vaughan delighted with that performance, as he ought to be. England might have found a player for the future there. He's got a good temperament, and he's a lovely natural timer of the ball. It was not just the story of Michael Vaughan. The day had really been made by the work of the 2 captains this morning in setting up the match, and I had a chat with them both after playing. Well, now so that got the heart pumping.
Yeah, I was wishing at times there I hadn't agreed to the declarations. We could have just been sat there with a cup of tea in our hands. But it was very exciting stuff for me up there, and I'm sure it was exciting for everyone at this ground today.
I think it was quite an important thing for cricket, particularly after the last 3 days with the indecision over whether we'd play or not, to actually make something of the afternoon.
It was. The thing that's always in your back of your mind as a Test captain is you don't want to devalue Test cricket, and I didn't want any lob-ups and things like that and false runs. I think everyone who got their runs and wickets today had to earn them, and I think it was a good day's cricket, and as you say, I think it did a lot for Test cricket in general.
How did it work between yourself and Hansie CRONJE setting up this game?
He came to me this morning and said, gave me a figure which I wasn't 100% happy with, as you know, as an ex-captain. I said I want to have a quick look at the wicket, and after about 10 overs of looking at the wicket, I sent a message back up there saying we were happy with that figure, and then we tried to sort of get ourselves in that position, and then we both declared and you know, set up a thrilling sort of climax to the day.
Hansie, it may seem odd to say congratulations after a defeat, but this has been a special day for the game, I think.
Yeah, I think the game needed it after sitting in the change room for 3 days. You know, even though there was a bit of sunshine around, it's just with that football it wasn't possible to get on. And I think we owed it to the public to get out there today and be positive and seeing that the players want to play cricket. And I think all 22 of the players were keen this morning to get here and obviously play a game that was meaningful. I mean, could easily have settled for the easy option and just play the day out. But I think for Test cricket it was the right option.
Early this morning we heard that you'd taken the initiative to offer a run chase to England. I suppose you thought there may be something in the pitch for your new ball bowlers?
Oh, there certainly was. I think Sean Pollock showed that he bowled a few good leg cutters or away swingers, and certainly at 102 for 4, nip one more out, we had a very good chance of winning that game. And even after that good partnership right to the last 7 balls, both sides still had a chance of winning that game.
South Africa definitely deserved winners of this series. Nobody, though, would begrudge the enjoyment that England have had today. It's been a very good day for the game of cricket at large. Now, we've got a one-day series about to begin, a 10-match triangular. Zimbabwe are joining the fray with England and South Africa. And the first game is on Friday, South Africa against Zimbabwe from the Wanderers in Johannesburg. We've got highlights for you of that match, 15 minutes past midnight. It's been a good test series, full of intrigue. 1 or 2 English players are emerging, Michael Vaughan amongst them. From us at Centurion Park, it's good evening to you.